Hello everybody, we're back in Manchester again for a Coronation Street press day, and we've managed to get ourselves a brilliant Airbnb right opposite the studios. So we did this a couple of years ago when we came for Coronation Street's 10th anniversary. We were in a block of flats just over there. This time we're much higher up, we're on the 22nd floor, so we can have a cracking view of what's going down on the street. So what we thought we'd do in this video, a bit like the one we did before, is give you a quick tour of what we can see, remind you of some scenes that were filmed there, and hopefully it'll give you a good idea about where everything is really. So let's have a look. So let's start with a quick panning shot here. So first you can see Manchester United Stadium there. There it is, and here it is, Media City Studios. So this is where Coronation Street is filmed. Right. So let's start over here. So this is these are the production studios here. So all of the all the writing and the decisions, this is where the bosses are, that's all made here. This is where, it's right down here, this is the costume department, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, and these two buildings with the flat roofs, the middle building's the administration and paperwork and writing and everything. And then these two with the flat roofs, they're the studio sets. So inside there will be Roy's Rolls, there's going to be all the houses.
Yeah, all the interior sets that aren't filmed on the street, which really that's the vast majority of them. So then at the very end there, that building is the new Coronation Street experience set where you can go in, you watch a video.
There's a little cinema you watch before you go on the street. So where that grey bit is, that there is a set of stairs that Joel appeared on the other day. And that was supposed to be the inside of the car park when he was chasing, there was a Dee Dee, and there's also a set of lockers, and that's where Gus, who was Joel's dad, he was checking to see whether Joel had turned up to get the key to his
Yes, that was
flat.
all inside that grey part there. So if you've been on the Coronation Street experience before, you'll have come out of that grey building into the car park, and obviously takes you through here. This is the cast car park, by the way. This is where the actors park their cars. We've got down there today. I don't know whose cars these are. It's also used for other filming locations as well on Coronation Street. So the Freshco's car park might be there. Weatherfield General, anywhere really you want to have a car park. It's filmed down there.
This is called the Tony Warren building, and in front of that has been extended recently to give a new reception area for the hospital. So Weatherfield General, that's where you go, and also visitors who come to the set will go and wait in there. There's a new waiting area for people there on business or want to do an interview or something like that. And if you pan across, you can actually see some people are having a discussion there on the street.
Getting ready for the day's film, and I wonder what they're going to be up to today. Yeah, this really thin wall that you can see here. So that's the front of the bistro. It's funny how thin it is, isn't it? I think the part of the garage is there, Gary's furniture shop, but obviously there's nothing there. It's just a frontage. That's Viaduct Street. Just across here we've got the big gates that's used for, I don't know whether I've ever seen actually anything in real life go in and out of it, but on screen when Roy was released from prison earlier this year, he came through these back gates into the same car park again. So
and this road here, this is Trafford Wharf Road, I think, and this was recently developed so that trams come through, and I think they cause a bit of disruption for the filming.
There's a tram up there, isn't there? I wonder if that's the Corrie tram. We'll see when it comes down. That'd be quite cool if it was.
Sometimes the sounds of the trams get picked up, but because we got the Weatherfield tram stop, they can explain those tram noises in the background. And this is the lock-up place that was used recently for the show where Harvey and David's money was hidden. So David there, he came along to get it and chickened out because he saw someone parked. So this is where his car would have been.
Yeah.
And this actually was also Halal North, which was a warehouse that they had a sign over the top. They changed the sign there for a storyline. So I don't know. So this is is this?
I think that might be the Corrie tram. Actually, that's really good. I think it is. It's the Corrie tram. There's only one tram on the tram line that's decorated Coronation Street style. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, it is.
That's so amazing.
Street.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
And it's going the opposite way. I saw it come earlier and it's obviously just turned around and driving back in the opposite direction, so you
That's
can see
brilliant.
all the.
Love it. Look at that.
Aww.
It's so cool we managed to catch that. Okay, right. Let's get back onto the street. So in front of here. So what have we got?
This building you can't see the cabin.
Oh yeah, the cabin.
This
You can
is
just
the
see
very edge.
the
And opposite
tiny bit of
there is Dev's, so you can see the post box, which is on the corner of the street, and so also the back of the terraced houses here. This is Maudsley Street, so this flat grey, that grey bit there, that is the in the we have the Ginnell running down, and then you've got Coronation Street and Maudsley Street kind of in the opposite side of it, right? And Maddie's Memorial and
yeah, so they're just frontages. The actual Coronation Street terraces themselves have, they're empty shells, but they are shells at least. They're fully built buildings here. So here we can.
The factory.
Oh yeah, the factory. We got quite a good look at the factory there, haven't we? There's the gantry above it.
Is that where Fitz was before she did the? She
revealed
she did the
topless
herself.
protest. No, I don't think. Maybe
And there was
there,
also a fight, wasn't there? Eileen got her head stuck.
Yeah,
through
Eileen
the
got
railings.
her head stuck through the railings there. That's right. I think.
Oh, the factory roof collapse.
Yes, yeah, you're right. So when we had the factory roof collapse 5 or so years ago, Gina and Sally were up there doing their protest. So that's cool.
I don't know if they're doing anything in front of the factory today.
Yeah,
so
I don't know what those vans are there
These
for.
vans, so the livery of different businesses will be on the sides of vans. So you've got the Fresh Go and the brewery vans. These are production vans. They have equipment in them as well as being used as sort of set dressing.
Yeah.
And also, I think you can see the gates to Nuttall's Brewery, which is the building that's along the edge at the back there. So that looks a bit weird from up here. It doesn't really go anywhere, does it? But in the show, sometimes they have. So I think that just in front of here, that's where they had Paul's Rave.
Yes, yeah, no, it was. Paul's Rave was just right out of this.
Right where the kebab shop
here.
is, yeah. And there's a load of barrels there, just so we know it's a brewery.
So those that we know, it's definitely a brewery.
And this is where Leo was pushed. Well, he fell over the edge. Uncle Stephen. That's the other side of the factory.
Yeah, we can't see it from here. It's the other side, isn't it? And Billy was there just recently, the other day, getting a little bit plastered and getting ghostly visions from Paul there.
Yeah, that's right. And this is where we actually watched the scene when Uncle Stephen was dragging Leo's body. We were standing between the factory and the house there, just watching
between the green
happen.
factory roof and the brewer's nursery, we were there, the brewery, weren't we?
Oh, and this is Dee Dee's flat. That's right.
Yeah.
So
that's actually where the supporting artists go. So when you go into the doors to Daniel's flat, that takes you up to where the supporting artists, like Dirk in the factory, the background.
That's like their green room.
Yeah, exactly. They head up there for getting ready at the beginning. I think I saw some people there earlier actually doing that.
So we've got all the masonettes here. So you've got the Platt's house. You can see Gail's annex
window.
You got Yasmin's house. You got Sally's and Tim's house as well. And then you got Audrey's salon and that tree. That tree was very expensive.
Oh yeah, that tree cost a lot of money because they couldn't take the actual one from the old Key Street set, could they? They had to get a new one. And
it's a fully mature tree as well, very pricey.
Yes.
And if you look on the right, you can see Billy's new door that was installed. The handrail
that's fairly recently,
is still there. So obviously Billy's addiction mate, he got kicked out before he managed to take that away, didn't he? And you can see it's got a bit of inspiration from the church door window, which is a really nice touch.
Yeah, it is. I like that. Sadly, we can't really see
Sally's duck
blue egg blue door.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just a
right.
bit out of reach, isn't it?
But you can see her lovely floral bin.
Yes,
which is lovely camouflage there. That's right.
Yeah, it's looking a bit wet on the floor there, actually, isn't it? But over the corner of Rosamond Street and Victoria Street, I don't know whether that's part of the story. Is the street going to flood, or has there just been a bit of rain recently? I don't know. What else have we got there? We got the medical centre and.
The area
you can't see that, but the chip shop is just around there as well.
Yeah, the area just behind it is actually the prop store, and there's lots of bits in there. Oh, also these yellow squares. This is the bit that doesn't really make sense because these are supposed to be tram tracks and they don't actually go anywhere. So there's a few nonsensical areas that I think they were kind of just taken from the old layout of the sets. That certain things had to be in certain places. And like I said, this is the prop department.
Yeah, if you go through that door, that takes you through into the prop department, which is this big grey building here, and all the Corrie props are there. There's there's maybe we'll be able to go there later today. So you can go through the department, you go through this big door, and then so you can see a big view of the street. It's brilliant. And then underneath the viaduct, there's this really thin wall. That's the frontage of some of the rarely seen businesses that are there, like the Eccleston and Sons, the hardware shop, and a couple of others. Yeah, so you carry along down there. And
this is the Fresco car park, so you've got all the posters up here. I think the comfort eating.
Where else we can see some of the vans there, Fresco van, Newton and Ridley van. They've got kind of production stuff inside, haven't they? This is like
the postal area, I think, and there's some production.
We've seen it recently on screen as part of the school, haven't we?
Yeah.
Where we've had some of the Liam and Mason scenes. You can have a look here. You can see the far end of Victoria Street with the new Sainsbury's.
Oh yeah.
Next to the Hayes Travel
That's
there.
Where I get all my groceries.
I think this is the car park. This is where all the
green storage bins or big bins there. In this corner, this is where I think that Kit planted the evidence for Nathan.
I think it was,
so that he would get in trouble.
So that he get in trouble, wouldn't he? What else have we got?
If you go up here, you can see the security gates.
Yeah.
And so
this is what they use for the prison, isn't it? So this is the front gates to get in, and there's also what else have we got? We've kind of seen most things now, haven't we?
So this is the back gate. Coronation Street cast and crew will come in through that gate, but they can also come in their cars and come through that gate up there. So also the side of that building, that's the security building at the top there, that is decorated so that it's part of the precinct.
Yeah, we can't see this precinct set from here, unfortunately, but the grey building there is the Weatherfield Community Hub. There's somebody coming in there.
Yeah, that's right.
What else have we got?
Talking about the brewery, so this building at the very far end here, that was actually originally out on the set, the Coronation Street set that they moved from. So
and then this bit
the end of the science.
This bit here was the originally the Science and Industry Museum.
And the other side of here is Noble Street.
Oh yes, we have missed that, haven't we? Yes, we've seen that recently in the Joel story there, where all the bits with the red car going down and Joel's flat. So that building there, the one that's not just the flat wall, that is where the Noble Street sign is hung up at the moment.
Yeah, so he was just attached.
So that's where everything was going. We should see that from here. But most of them don't have roofs there, but that's actually there, and then that leads on a bit further along to the police station as well.
Yeah, there's only a few sets that are actually in situ on the street. So the kebab shop.
Those people doing that.
Preston's Petals is another one where they film inside of that.
Yeah.
There's a tiny amount of Roy's rolls in the front of there. Also the community centre, that's an actual set. So those are the only ones that I really think that they film in situ. And so you've got the flats, the posh flats here. And
Victoria Court is up here. This is where we saw Nick and Toya doing a bit of canoodling earlier this year, wasn't it? I can't remember which one's theirs. I think maybe the middle flat is theirs, and to Gary and Maria go at the top one. I can't remember.
So this sort of diagonal roof here, that is the police station. That's the roof of the police station.
Yes, that's the other side of there.
And so the top of that level, that is the new Chariot Square set, and the bottom of it is, there's loads of stuff in there. There's
lots of the sets inside. They put inside buildings that shouldn't be there, like the prison set is at the top of Roy's, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, but also inside the prison, there's cells and
exactly. What else can we see? We can't really see the precinct from over here, can we? There's maybe a few walls there
just
that we can see.
Just the community hub on the side of the security building.
What else have we got? No, there's not.
Oh, we've also got in the surrounding areas, this is the wasteland that they use, the teenage wasteland.
Yeah, well, the canal up there, that was where they sometimes use this for that dodgy away from the street areas. The canal side there was where last year, if you remember, Adam, when he was kidnapped by Damon and he was sitting on the side of the canal with a bag over his head and he was gonna pop a cap in him, but chickened out in the end. That was down there. And then we got round here, like the boats. I think, didn't Amy and Jacob have a date on one of those boats once? Yeah, I think it was round here where Toya and Spider were held hostage as well.
Yeah, so Media City is the landlord for all of this area, so they can ask them for permission to use it. And I also think that we mentioned in our other video, which is similar to this, that the museum steps over here, that was used for a school trip, and the area in between the two buildings, that was where Kelly, I think, was bullied, and Nina
Kelly had a pint poured over or something down there. But,
so there you go.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything. So that now you know what Coronation Street looks like from above, and where everything is. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.